I'm going to read 6 not very long poems. These are all from the first section of this book. And this book, I think it was about 3, maybe 4 years of writing and organizing and excising and shaping it. And Frank was a big part of a lot of that. And what we talked about with these early ones were, that they were an introduction to a world and the kind of project that I think this book is trying to be. So there's slightly different kinds of things here, and a lot of them are about film and performance and persona, but they're also trying to say, like I saw in Frank's Herbert White poem, they're also trying to say something in addition to what they're saying on the surface. Because I played a knight and was on a screen, because I made $1 million, because I was handsome, because I had a nice car, a bunch of girls seemed to like me. But I never met those girls. I only heard about them. The only people I saw were the ones who hated me. And there were so many of those people, it was easy to forget about the people who I heard liked me. And shit, they were all fucking 14-year-olds. And I holed up in my place and read my life away. And I watched 1 million movies twice. And I didn't understand them any better. But because I played a knight, because I was handsome, this was the life I made for myself. Years later, I decided to look at what I had made, and I watched myself in all the old movies, and I hated the guy I saw. But he's the one who stayed after I died. Film festival. Don't be in a rush. I have compiled a few movies. A little film festival. Watch and judge. You are the jury. A little film festival in your mind. I think you'll hate these films because they're mine. And I've created some sick things that are not nice for people to see. First, I bored everyone. And then, at the end, I put in a shot of my dick and another one with some blood. A little film festival just for me. All movies suck. Which ones are good? The ones that are good, even they are no good. You have to like no good movies to like movies. Now I'm watching my little film festival, and I'm my biggest fan. It's nice when you know what you like, and I do. I like the shape of my face and how I sit, curled in a pose, non-pose. James, thank you, thank you. Your festival is the best. Dear James, I don't understand your festival. You were so great in Freaks and Geeks. Why don't you stick with that kind of stuff? I also killed a few people. A little film festival just for me. Editing. The devices make it easy now. Smooth is what the old-timers say is best. The Godfather proceeds from scene to lapidary scene, so inevitably, who is aware that someone arranged these shots? But me, I like a bit of fast pace mixed with slow. I don't cut unless I have to. Long takes. Give it to the actors. Let them have their pacing and emphasis. Viewers are too used to polished performances from which the editor has taken away all the messiness. Bring in the seams when possible, a shot that goes out of focus, an actor stumbling on a line. In Paranoid Park, there's this punk girl that keeps looking straight into the camera when she speaks. It's like she's speaking to us. That's non-professional and only calls attention to the filmmaker. So what? Who's not aware we're watching film? Even when the brothers Lumiere shot the train coming toward the camera and the audience got up and ran, I'm pretty sure they knew what was really going on. It's fun to react. It may be less intrusive doing long takes, never cutting, so the audience is lulled into a long, slow meditation, a space where actor, director, editor, and audience all come together and feel something. In Jean Dielman, we sit with the prostitute at her kitchen table as she pounds the meat onto the flour, rolls it all with an egg, 2 slabs, and puts them into a bowl and covers them for later, for her son. Chateau dreams. I picture them all in different positions and the same positions, and I, like a sculptor, would position them and mold them, or like a choreographer, put them through the same paces again and again. At the center of the arrangement of chalk bungalows, there is an oval pool like a blue pill, huddled by ferns, palms, and banana trees, tended to be wild, webbed by a nexus of stone walkways. In the day, mermaids and hairy mermen drape the brickwork. At night, the underwater lights electrify the pool's zinc blue. The surface cradles the oven-red reflection of the neon chateau sign above sunset, above the paparazzi and miniskirts. There is a painting of a blonde sailor dressed in blue and red and white, a stoic version of myself. For 9 months in 2006, while fixing my house, I stayed in the bungalows, first in 82, next to the little Buddha in the long fountain, trickling. Lindsay Lohan was about. The chateau was her home, the staff her servants. She got my room key with ease. She came in at 3 a.m. I woke on the couch, trying not to look surprised. I read her a short story about a neglected daughter. Every night, Lindsay looked for me. My Russian friend Drew was always around like a wraith. He, like the blonde painting, was my doppelganger, writing scripts about rape and murder. A Hollywood Dostoevsky, he gambled his money away. We played a ton of ping pong. In 82, John Belushi died from a speedball in Bungalow 3. In 54, 43-year-old Nick Ray fucked 15-year-old Natalie Wood in Bungalow 2. In 2005, Lindsay Lohan lived in room 19 for 2 years because she didn't want to be alone. Ambulance calls were the regular antidote to her demon nights. Midway through my stay, I changed to Bungalow 89. In that room, I read a bunch of Jacobean plays about revenge, seduction, and lust. In Bungalow 89, there was the sailor on the wall, glass-eyed and pale. The room was on the second level, the exterior walls hugged by vines. Every night, Lindsay looked for me, and I hid. Out the window was Hollywood. 2 more. Marlon Brando. I remember when I first watched Brando in his wife beater, and I thought I had discovered him, and then realized 3 generations had already succumbed to his power. He has the strength of all that America has to offer from its art. He is the bull and the ballerina. I love Stanley Kowalski and Terry Malloy because they are the brutes puppeteered by a genius. Instead of performances, they are manifestations of a wild mind wrestling with its crude incarnations. Marlon Brando is man versus nature, and that is what we want in a man. Like Tennessee and Blanche, we want our poetic selves destroyed by handsome brutes in wife-beaters and oiled hair. The poetry of being fucked to death. Los Angeles proverb. The bricks of LA were mortared with thick Indian blood. Girls so gorgeous brown, pounded into mush, and then made into stories. Then the Spanish blood flowed in the rivers down south and was gone, except in Sepulveda, Van Nuys, Los Feliz, Pico, San Vicente. The streets of the cities of angels tell stories. The movie palaces were built with the bones of 10 million actresses, and the great mansions of Bel Air and Beverly Hills and Brentwood and the Palisades are the mausoleums of naked, drugged, stupid, happy young actors, all gone. There are deals made, and they all mix and stink like the tar pits at La Brea. LA sprawls, gangs, cars, palm trees, beaches, strip malls, 7-Elevens, smog, beaches, secret hideaways in the hills above Sunset. There are 4 square blocks downtown around Los Angeles Street and 4th. They are nothing but crack addicts. Hollywood is an idea. I want to get into the thicks of it. Movies won't be around forever. Thank you.